Good afternoon. We have been discussing on the blessing, and now coming into the changing of the blood lineage, especially now. We just discussed on the most basic formula of the changing of the blood lineage, but now coming into the specific aspects of the changing of blood lineage. First of all, changing of the blood lineage of women. I forgot what's the number. 5. Changing of the blood lineage of women. Maybe I can write this side. It's the same God and Lord of second coming. And the mother figure and bride. Then the woman is in the position of the restored Eve, as I mentioned already. Restored Eve. In the position of Cain, as Cain. Then going through Abel. Come into the womb of this mother, going through this mother, and coming into the bone marrow of the true Adam, and even becoming, uniting with the Messiah, and means even receiving the seed of the true Adam. Or even becoming the seed of the sinless Adam, pure Adam, and going through the bride, and can be born as a daughter. Can be born as a daughter. Daughter of the true parents. Daughter of the true parents. He's the father. The Lord second coming the father, and his bride is the mother. They both has no sin. Therefore, you're born again as the sinless daughter of true parents, sinless daughter of God. This is from fallen lineage. This is the changing of the blood lineage from fallen lineage to the pure and sinless lineage. Then now, this can be done in the blessing, as you know already. But when you became the daughter of true parents, but then here the first heart you can begin to develop could be the children's love, the love as daughter toward true parents. But how is it possible to develop the children's love? Actually, even though you're born as a child of the parents, if you don't live together, actually, the substantial emotional relationship is so difficult to be made. Then actually, substantially, we have no chance to live together with true parents, honestly speaking. Actually, providentially, Father says that we should be living together with true parents at least for 3 years. But actually, physically, it is impossible. Then how is it possible to develop the heart toward true parents, as true parents? Then just only because you are born as a child of true parents, you cannot really develop the heart of the children. Then how is it possible without having the substantial physical communication daily through the routine life? Say you are just for instance, okay, your mission is maybe to cut the beets that in the kitchen. That's your only mission, okay? Just in case. For example, your mission is to cut the beets. Beet or beets? Beets, because they're plural. Beets. And how is it possible to make connection with your parents by cutting the beets? But you can think, okay, my mission is to cook for brothers and sisters. But if I don't like to cut the beets, to do God's will, someone must cut the beets. Who can do? Then maybe church leader must do that because you don't like to do. No one else wants to do. Church leader must do that to take responsibility. Then church leader said, no, I don't like to do so. Then what's the position higher than the church leader? Higher leader, what? In our organization, what's that? In Russia, what? District leader? Yeah? Regional leader, okay. Then if so, church leader doesn't like to do that. No one else wants to do. Then regional leader must come to cut the beets. Then the regional leader is so upset. Why do you ask me such a thing? It's not my business. Then he goes away because I'm busy. Then if regional leader doesn't like to do so, then who does next? National leader, Dr. Suk. Then Dr. Suk must come and cut the beets. Otherwise, Russian mission is not successful. Then, then Dr. Suk, I'm sorry, I'm so busy, I'm going around the world, it's impossible. Then he goes away. Then who must come? Who? Father must come and cut the beets for Russian members. Is it right? Do you let him do so? That's why when you are cutting a beets, you can think, oh, I cut the beets this much. to the extent I did, Father, you don't have to do so. Because I did. I do and I did. That's why even just only 1 second, please take your rest. Even just 1 minute, please take rest. Because I'll do it for brothers and sisters. You don't have to. That's a connection of heart. If you keep, because in the beginning, you don't, usually we don't have this kind of concept. But if you understand the concept first, you can practice and continue every day that way to think that, oh, Father, I'm doing this, that's why, please take rest, I'll do it, please take rest a little bit, because I do this, cut the beats. Then, it becomes the way of life. You know, that you can develop the pattern of thinking. It become the pattern become the you are thinking the pattern of the thought. And if you continue this kind of pattern, it doesn't matter cutting beads or making books or witnessing, fundraising, or organizing many things. Doesn't matter whatever mission you are doing. If you, stabilize this kind of concept within your daily life, then day's work is everything. Everything of the day's work will be connected with your parents. Then if you continue, you can continue this way, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, or even 10 years. No one knows. But when chance is given to see Father, that moment, from the bottom of your heart, that your love towards your parents will burst out even in tears. Then you realize how close you have been with your parents, even though you didn't see him 10 years. But without making such an effort, if you see Father after 10 years separation, Father also, became old. Even the Messiah, the same as we are, he gets old. A principle, he cannot change principle. It's natural. That makes sense. No relationship of heart. There will be no relationship of heart. That's why daily, how to make connection with your parents throughout the routine works. This is a very important aspect. Doesn't matter what mission you may have. You can have close and deep relationship. But without this kind of effort and investment, you cannot expect any substantial connection of heart at all. This is a kind of how to develop the children's heart toward true parents. But as a woman, only by the fulfillment of the first heart, means children, daughters' love, woman cannot be perfect. Woman cannot be perfect as woman. In order to become perfect, or in order to fulfill the purpose of life, women must go through how many loves? 4 loves must be accomplished. And that in order to fulfill the true loves, actually that connection must be with true Adam. Must be in relationship with true Adam. That's an important point. Therefore, what kind of emotion or relationship you may make with fallen man, actually you cannot, restore the true loves. That's why for women, true love can be restored only through true Adam. That's also a very important aspect. Therefore, to this reason, actually, even it is symbolic, then also you have to grow up and restore the position of brother, sister, younger sister. Toward a true father. Then you can also, you have to go through, you take the position of the younger sister position and restore the feeling toward the elder brother. Just like between Adam and Eve. The next still not enough, because as a woman, you have to fulfill 3 loves with sinless Adam. The sinless Adam is only one. Therefore, with true father, you have to restore the heart of the bride. In the point bride. This means the extension have to take the position, the extension of true mother. In other words, blessed woman is in the position of the bride of the Messiah, as a part of body and as a part of body of true mother. As a part of body of true mother. Thus, this woman, blessed woman, can restore the conjugal love with true father. Don't misunderstand. This is just the issue of the heart, not physical thing at all. Nothing to do with the physical element, but still by heart. You can develop the heart as the bride of true Adam. This way, in that sense, the blessed wives, blessed woman is in the position of the extension of mother, or the part of body of true mother. This way, the first heart, second heart, third heart, 3 hearts could be restored. Even it is rather symbolic. Still, it is possible. But it is you can then. But for woman to become perfect, to fulfill the purpose as woman, you need to restore one more love. What is the last love? Parental love. Do you think you can restore the mother's love toward, I'm asking two sisters, okay? Can you restore the mother's love to our true father? How old are you, the sisters who are breast? How old are you? 20, I breast? 36, 360? 21 years old little girl. How is it possible for her to feel like the mother of the 76 years old Messiah? It's impossible. That's why even Heavenly Father is not asking to feel that way. Then if so, you cannot restore 4 hours. Then you cannot be perfect you cannot fulfill the purpose of life as a woman. How to do? The big trouble. You cannot fulfill the purpose of life as a woman without true Adam. In other words, without becoming mother to true Adam. She can made it little difficult for little girl to become the mother to true Adam, the father. Then how to do? Then let's stop here. They must go another way to find out your son, so that you can experience parental love at the age of 21. Then here comes next topic, the changing of the blood lineage of man. But this man is in the position of archangel. This man, actually, substantially, man is human being, but in terms of the providence of restoration, fallen man has to take or have to assume the position of the archangelic position. Then now, in order to save space, I want to write here, then man is in the position of good archangel. In other, not evil archangel. Evil archangel are those who are hanging around this world and drinking and making mess of family. that's the bad archangel. In other words, the men who don't know the truth of God yet, men who don't have any faith, that's evil archangel's position, only position. But the brothers sisters here, the brothers here who have faith is in the position of the good archangel. It's before the blessing. Then same way, go through Abel and go through this, and go into the mother's womb, and finally become one seed of the true Adam. Same way, one seed, even become in a position of seed, one seed of the true Adam. And conditionally, same way go through this course. But substantially go through this way. This means, in this sense, actually, and can be born as a son. Then if so, then the Father, the Lord's second coming is his Father. And also his bride is the mother, surely, but it is a more artistic mother or a symbolic mother. But more substantially, the bride, this bride, in other words, part of the body of the true mother is the more substantial mother's position to this son. To this son. This means this is actually your wife to be, your bride to be. When for brothers, okay, this woman is who is a extension of true mother is actually your bride to be. You know, it's the person, the sister with whom you are engaged. That woman will assume this position. That's why, actually, you will be born through your own bride to be. Bride to be. Then, if so, for this son, of course, Messiah is the father. Also, mother is a mother, actually. But this is more, it's the question of heart. And more substantially, this is the position of mother. More realistically, substantially, the position of mother. Then, for brothers, blessed brothers, your wife is in the position of mother, and you are in the position of son. Here comes mother-son relationship. Mother-son relationship. If it's the case now, for woman, blessed woman, first experience as daughter, experience as a sister to true father, then now mother, of course, bride to true father, then next finally mother to your husband to be. This way, a woman can experience 4 loves, can restore 4 loves. It's still symbolic in one sense. But you can experience this way. You can, why it's symbolic? Because even your daughter, but actually you cannot just jump onto the father's neck, You cannot do that physically. Also, you can do the catch ball with a true father, physically. Or substantially, you cannot become some physical relationship with true parents. It's absolutely no, impossible. And also, still, you are in the position of mother, still your husband is still this big boy from the beginning, you know, and you have no experience of giving birth. That's why, in this sense, providentially this is right. Principle, internal principle, this is a way how to restore four loves. But this part is still conditional. Then how it can become substantial? In other words, you need to restore the four loves substantially, otherwise you can't fulfill the purpose life as a woman. Little complicated? Complication? Understandable complication or confused complication? Understandable complication? Thanks so much. Then here comes the mother-son relationship. This relationship must be restored during 3 years after the blessing. In other words, sisters in the position of mother, to raise your husband to become wonderful son of true parents. In other words, but it doesn't mean to become the possessing mother. But to help your husband so that your husband become the wonderful, wonderful son of true parents, to fulfill, to do will of God. Of course, substantially, through the marital life, sometimes husband can come on your lap, and like a little baby, then you can take care. Right? Pinch the nose, you can pinch, It's okay, you can do that. Then they feel the mother-son relationship. Or pull the ears. That's okay. Whatever you like, you can do that. And feel like mother and son. And before forgetting, actually, for men, also from men, of course, like mother, then you need to receive love that way. Also to attend your own wife, like as if you are attending the parents, father, mother. Take care of mom. That kind of relationship is necessary. And also, even though through this changing of lineage, man can be born from archangelic position to Adamic position here. Can you see this? This is archangelic. This is Adamic. Therefore, this is the rebirth from archangelic position to Adamic position. Adamic position. Archangel has no right to get married. That's why no rights to have children, and no rights to have dominion over creation, because three blessings were not given to archangel, but only to Adam. That's the reason that Lucifer was so depressed. Therefore, if a brother hears only archangelic position, you have no rights to marry, no rights to have children, no rights to have dominion over creation. That's why you must be reborn to become Adam, true Adam, without sin. Then you will be qualified to get married, to have children, to have dominion over creation. That's why this is a changing of the lineage of man. This is a changing of the lineage of man from archangelic position to the Adamic position without sin. It's understandable? Understandable complication? This is a changing lineage of man. Therefore, actually, when you receive the holy wine, how did you do? Who received the holy wine from father first? Or a representative father? Sister or brother? Sister, you got first. Therefore, from a true father, you received first. This means a changing of blood lineage. A woman, the first. Then only through the woman, means your wife to be or bride to be. Only through that sister you can be born again, born anew. This means can receive the holy wine. Therefore, when you receive the holy wine, 1 cup of holy wine was given to the sister, and the sister took half, drank half, right? Someone drank all. Actually, this happened at the time of 333 blessing. That time, Father himself came personally to 1 by 1 with, holy wine. Then the sister was so happy and drank everything because she didn't drink a long time. She didn't drink wine long time, She was so happy and drank everything. The father got so upset. Why do you do that? Actually, sister didn't know anything. What's happening, Because the father gave, that's why she took. That's all. But actually, father said, then since you took everything, your husband will go to hell. But the father felt a little pity on him and gave another one. That's why don't drink everything, okay? Sisters. This is the reason, first, woman's lineage can be changed first by the holy wine ceremony. Then, through that woman, the husband will be given. In other words, husband can be reborn from archangelic position to Adamic position, so that he will be qualified. He can become true man, and he will be qualified to get married, to have children, and to have dominion over creation. Then through the cooperation of mother, this means, then now he become, it's of the conditional, matured Adam. Then Adam cannot fulfill the purpose of life just by himself. He also must fulfill for others. With true Eve, this means woman without sin, with true Eve. Then for man, who is most important to fulfill the purpose of life? Must be the woman, means bride. Then where can he find his own bride? Is a good idea to get an anesthesia? Yeah, anesthesia. Anesthesia. And got operation and take out one reborn and to make woman. That's a good idea. But not so easy. That's why he needs his spouse. Then where can you expect your spouse? The spouse must be the woman without sin. Then only one possible and available woman is this woman. This woman will resume the position of the bride. In other words, it's the same woman, but takes two different roles. First, as mother. The second, as wife, bride. This way, centering God, now between this Adam and Eve, the marriage will become possible. Therefore, for man, the blessed wife, at first in the position of mother to your own husband, and next you will be in the position of bride to your husband. Therefore, two missions. That way, that way you can save the manpower. We don't need two people. If one person can do two roles, then you don't need two people. But father's case actually needed two people, different person. Mother's role and also role of bride. But in our case, just one woman can take different roles, first as mother, next as bride. Yeah, good deal. Then here comes the children. Then this, now this Adam has no sin, okay? Because father has no sin, mother has no sin, or no original sin. That's why this Adam has no sin. Therefore, this Adam has no sin. This Eve also have no sin. Bride has no sin, no original sin. That's why this is a sinless marriage. This is a sinless marriage. This is the first time in the history of mankind we from the fallen world, we can start the new marriage without sin. But the base of this sinless marriage was a changing of the lineage. Therefore, in a blessing, we have two parts. Number one is a holy wine ceremony. Do you remember? August 24th was what? Holy wine ceremony. Then next day, 25th was what? Marriage, holy marriage. This is the reason. First, you must be reborn as a son of God and daughter of God without sin. The next day, you can get married without sin. This is the meaning of the blessing. Therefore, blessing is a marriage without sin in true sense, without original sin. Then if so, when the children comes, do they have original sin or not? No original sin. No original sin. Then how about then children? This is the blessed children, so-called blessed second generation. This is so-called. Simply say second generation, but actually blessed second generation. Then when they marry, how do you think? Do they need a holy wine ceremony or not? No need. How about the 3 days ceremony? They don't need one. That's why they can be blessed together with so-called first generations, but first generation must go through the lot of ceremonies of the holy wine ceremony or 3 days ceremony in order to change lineage completely, both spiritually and physically. But in terms of blessed second generation, of course, father will take care of marriage, but after the marriage, no need of the holy wine ceremony, neither holy wine nor 3 days ceremony. They can start to love directly. No regulations. Then how about their children? Your grandchildren, do they need a 3 day ceremony? At all. Therefore, the generation after generation, this world will be filled with people without original sin, without sin. This is how the kingdom of God comes here on this earth. If blessed family become 100,000, 360,000, And next what? Next year? 3.6 million. Then 3 years later, 36 million. Next, after another 3 years, 360 million. And next what? 3.6 billion. Do you think you can cover the entire world? Then there is no sinners. No sinners will be living on this earth if this is fulfilled. And how about their children? No sinners. Then this world will be covered with sinless people. And eventually, after Father's going into spirit world, Father will give blessing to the people in the spirit world. Their lineage will be also changed. Therefore, no sinners are living on this physical world. And no sinners will be living in the spirit world. How do you call this kind of world? This is the kingdom of heaven on earth and the kingdom of heaven in heaven. This is how kingdom of God comes. Not education is necessary, or laws are necessary, but they cannot change the lineage. Only through the coming of the Lord's second coming, Messiah. Only through the blessing, original sin will be solved. Then other sins will be gradually fade away. Father saying it takes 3 generations. But eventually, all sins will be cleansed. And the eternal kingdom of heaven will appear on this earth and in heaven. This is how kingdom of God comes. Is blessing important? Without blessing, no kingdom of heaven. Then one additional point. In terms of archangel, actually, before the changing of lineage, archangel position, the brothers in the position of archangel must accomplish a mission of good archangel. At least 3 years period. That's what Father says. In others, attend your own spouse as good archangel, so that woman, your own wife, can become one with true parents. In others, wonderful daughter, wonderful sister, and wonderful bride of true father, in true sense. That's a mission of archangel. In other words, if your wife is not so faithful, then the husband must work so hard so that the wife can become so faithful. In terms of detailed procedure of the 3 days ceremony or something like that, maybe the family department should guide in detail. And that's why I don't like to go into that kind of things. But just I'm talking about most essential principle of the providence or principle of the blessing. Then here, one more point. After the blessing, you know that you need to have at least 40 days separation period. Do you know the reason why? Because God started his providence at the time of Abraham, in true sense. And since that time, until now, it's 4,000 years, providentially. For this 4,000 years period, actually, Adam could not get married. Adam could not get married. Mission of Archangel is to serve Adam and Eve so that they can get married. Therefore, we fallen world, or even the religious world, is in the position of Archangel in one sense. Therefore, until true Adam comes and get married, the religious people were not qualified to get married in true sense. Since now true parents married, therefore from now on, this archangelic world, the religious world, will be given chance to get married. This is the meaning of the blessing. Therefore, without starting of the holy matrimony, the blessing cannot be given. This is a fundamental principle. Then, in order to start substantial marriage life, this 4,000 years period must be indemnified, even it is symbolic. This symbolic indemnity condition is a 40 days separation period after the marriage, after the blessing. Otherwise, we are not qualified to start the family. But actually, originally, formula course was supposed to take 7 years. But usually, a blessing has been given 3 years after the joining. Therefore, still 3 years or 3 years have to go. That's why that part has been the separation period after the blessing in the past. But now, from the 30,000 blessed couples and 360,000 blessed couples, a situation began to change because these 30,000 and 360,000 blessing, or also coming blessing, is providentially different from the previous blessings. Previous blessings are only for the members of the Unification Church who went through this formula course. But from 30,000 blessing on, the basis of the blessing become travel message and can be given, the blessing can be given to anyone who can accept true parents, even from different religious persuasions, from Christians, from Buddhists, from Hindus, doesn't matter. They don't have to give up Christianity, Christian faith. They don't give up the Muslim faith. They don't have to give up Jewish faith or whatever. They will be qualified to be blessed. This is a difference. It's a different providence from the previous blessings. Of course, but the value of the blessing is the same. Providence is different. The value of the blessing is, of course, same. No difference. Okay, this is the part one of the blessing. In other words, more theological part about the blessing. Then next, go into the practical aspects of the blessing. First, practical aspect. Practical aspects of the blessing. Oh, sorry, I've forgotten something important. Okay, I forgot the most important point. I explained how the four loves could be restored conditionally in terms of women, for women first. But the substantial experience is not here. But substantial restoration of heart is necessary. For hearts is necessary. In a substantial relationship must be experienced through skin-to-skin relationship between husband and wife, between parents and children, or between brothers and sisters. Otherwise, it's not real. Then how is it possible? Now, based on the condition with true father, and also this mother-son relationship, woman, blessed woman, can now get four loves conditionally, but substantially how it is possible. Then actually this bride, even you're the position of the bride, but actually with this husband, sometimes you can become like a daughter, like daughter. In other words, you can jump. You can jump onto the shoulder of your husband. It's okay, you can do that. And ask to become the horse. And going around the room. Just like you did to your own physical daddy. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay, you can do that. That's why you can experience a daughter's experience with your husband. It's okay. Also, that way, husband is experiencing the fatherly love to your wife. And also next, this is one. Then second, also you can do the, catch ball with your husband. It's like brothers and sisters. And also you can go up the mountain together with your husband. The husband will take the snake and chase after you. You run away and screaming. That's how you can indemnify the Adam-Eve relationship. As elder brother and the younger sister. That's okay, you can do that. That way you can restore the second love. Of course, you can, you are loving as husband and wife. That's why conjugal love, there's no problem. It's very natural and principled. And also number 4, as I mentioned, then your husband can come and on your lap, and you can tender that way. You can experience the fatherly love. Mother's love. Or sometimes with, how to say? I don't know. Or cut fingernail. One by one. Don't cut the finger, Maybe sometimes it's okay, you can try. Then the husband is screaming and create a good relationship. What's wrong with that? At the price of blood. You can create a wonderful relationship. Not the price of, not your blood, but husband blood. This way, actually, substantially, through the skin-to-skin relationship, you can restore this 4 loves. But actually, number 4, actually, because now this time you have your own physical children. That's why this love toward, this is substantial, because you gave us to your own child, and you will take substantial care of your own physical children. That's a substantial completion of the parental love. Because this child has no sin. That's why, this way, how you can restore 4 loves substantially. Then, through the fulfillment of the 4 loves, plus later the fulfillment of the dominion over creation, actually you can fulfill the purpose of life as woman. as woman. Then how about man? Man also same. Actually, first of all, through the mother-son relationship, number one will be fulfilled here. Substantially, this can be, of course, this is substantially husband-wife relationship. That's why the skin-to-skin relationship like mother and son, that's okay. As I mentioned, a husband as a husband, but like son, you can sleep on the lap of your wife. It's like a mother's lap, or even suck the milk of your wife. You can suck the breast of your wife. It's okay. Do you know why I'm saying this way? Because Father mentioned that. Just like conveying. Then actually, also Father says, Father himself did it to his own physical mother, that way. Then when Father was, not just a little baby, but became even getting older, but still he did. Went to mother and, That's okay, you can do that. Then also the brother-sister relationship, no problem. Just like you can feel, you can find your sister in your wife. Running together or going up the mountain one more time. What, it doesn't matter. You can do that. And number three, also this is a husband-wife relationship, the substantial. And number four, because you have own now son and daughter. That's why you can also this way, husband, man, also can fulfill four loves substantially. This is how man and woman both can fulfill, can restore four loves, four realm of hearts, through the breast family, breast life, not by the family that is not breast. It's not doesn't work because not principled. Therefore, only through the family life in the breast family, you can restore four loves in true sense. Then afterwards, by fulfilling, restoring the dominion over creation, finally you can fulfill the purpose of creation. And you will be totally qualified to get into kingdom heaven. Therefore, purpose of the mission, purpose of breast family is to fulfill the purpose of life. Restoration of four loves is the most basic purpose of the breast family, a mission of the breast family. Therefore, as soon as you are blessed, you can begin the restoration of four hearts. Even before the blessing with true father or true parents, you can restore these loves symbolically, but substantially after the blessing, the restoration of four loves will begin. And after the fulfillment, after the accomplishment of the tribal messiahship, when you get into the direct dominion of God, finally you can accomplish or completely fulfill the four realms of hearts. And dominion over creation will be given, and the purpose of creation will be fulfilled completely. That's why, in order to get into kingdom heaven, in order to fulfill the purpose of life, you have to do two. Number one, what? Blessing. Number two, tribal messiahship. 160. You have to make 160 breast couples under you. Is it clear? Is it clear? Meaning, significance and mission of the breast couples, breast family. Okay, now coming into a big break. Is it right time for the break? 4:30 is better? Oh, okay. Then practical aspects of the blessing. First of all, maybe how is a spouse? How is your spouse? How is your spouse? How is your spouse decided? Do you have some interest? Yes, you are. This is, understand, is very important. Of course, for those who are waiting for the matching, but to those who already was given the spouse, how it was decided? Didn't father make a mistake? Father never made a mistake in the past, just only once. My blessing. Maybe begin from a little testimony. I was blessed 1969, long time ago. You are not born yet. But that time very serious for me. But next year, there was 777 blessings. I was kind of responsible for the breast family department. That's why I took care of about 460 members who went to Korea to be matched and to be blessed. Then, because of mission, I was just, following Father, step by step, everything behind the Father. That's why I saw everything what happening, centering on the blessing. I was so curious. Because so good because to see someone else's matching, because mine's over. I don't have to worry about anything at all. Just who and who? So interesting because most of them I knew most of them. That's why so interesting, exciting mission, The most amazing facts was this. In our blessing, at least, first of all, Father came to Japan and had 1 week workshop. Purpose of that workshop was to smash our own idea of marriage. Who is good, who is not good, this kind of things, Our idea was completely smashed. That every one of us came to the point where we thought that, oh, I don't care anyone. Doesn't matter, because wherever you may look, there's no one that might match very well. I don't care. Everyone became almost this don't care feeling. Until that point, Father smashed the selfish feelings completely. Then the matching began. Then, as you know, four began from woman. Therefore, restoration goes opposite direction. In other words, the four began from Lucifer to Eve to Adam. That's why when true Adam comes, Adam saves the woman first, not the man. Then through woman, the man is saved, as I mentioned here. That's a principle. Therefore, first, father's standard is to decide, to pick up one woman first and find out what man is best for her. Not centering a man, but centering a woman. Husband was chosen. That's the way. That's why, first of all, sisters are called. And the father is talking with sister one by one and showing pictures. The father recommends food, who is good for that person. Then she says yes or no, or she cannot decide, hesitating, this taking a long time. Then finally, that sister said, okay. Then sister will go to other room and waiting. And that brother, that the sister agreed, is called. And shown the picture. How do you think about this sister? Sometimes hard time, hours. And usually, in order to come to the final decision, usually took 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, sometimes 2 days, in order to decide one couple. But, and then also, I don't know, in my case, it took maybe at least 2 hours. Then final decision is made. Father called both. And put the hand this way. Father prayed. Father put his own hand upon our hand. And Father prayed. And after the prayer, he said, never forget that this prayer, the time and the contents. Then later, I remembered only one thing, that Father said, don't forget. I don't remember anything about the contents. The time, I don't know anymore. Only one thing, she said strongly, don't forget, never forget. But anyway, but it came to the 777 matching, blessing. The decision became so quick. Sometimes 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 2 minutes. It was unthinkable for me. But in our case this time, maybe 1 second, 2 seconds. I don't know how much time could Father spend for your matching. I have no idea, because you are in that case surely the picture matching. No? But still, Father takes time occasionally. But anyway, became so fast. Then I thought inside, even I believe Father is a Messiah, but how it is possible to decide such a crucial point of life in such a short minutes? Father, isn't that too much? You should take more time. You should more time to decide. It's that's gonna be coming inside of me, no? But I didn't say exactly that way. But I asked a question to Father. Father, how it became possible for you to find out the right spouse in such a short moment? Isn't it a nice question? I was wise. Then, Father mentioned, today, I'm stretching my spiritual antenna to full extent. Then if I let one sister, one woman, stand in front of me, I can see the 7 generations behind. 7 generations behind. Good ancestor, bad ancestor. He can see everything, all at once. And he said, then the image of man that is just right to this woman will come to Father's mind. What kind of image of man is right? Sometimes even the vision of man appears right here. The face of man appeared right here. Then with that, image or vision, he look around. Oh, that. Oh, you. No, that one. Hey, come. And put together, and you can discuss. And if you feel good, it's okay. That's how he does. In other words, he sees the past, which we don't see. And also, at one glance, he can understand your character, your personality, your potentials, or your kind of, your fortune or misfortune. He can catch. When we had 160,000 Japanese women education with Father, there's the normal congregation trainees number was 3,000 all at once. Sometimes 5,000, and the biggest one, the final one was 7,000 in one dome. That's one workshop. Can you imagine? This is how many? Maybe 80, that's all. 7,000. 100 times bigger than this. Then, Father, we made some central road with green belted. And the Father is going around in and out and talking, And I was sitting here always. We had about, I had over 80 times session together with Father within the past 3 years, 80 times from beginning to the end. I was sitting here. Sometimes Father I become sleepy. Then all of a sudden, from over there, father calls me. Hey, hey, Sudo. Call my name. What did the father say now? A little difficult. But still it's easy. But sometimes father talking. Just I was spacing out a little bit. Then he said, all of a sudden, calling my name, you tell the contents that father is now going to speak. Do you understand what I mean? Father is talking step by step, Then what could be the next, I must know that what could be the next content. Then father says, tell the next story from this point. I was so shocked. But anyway, that's not the point. In that workshop, father says, going around and found one woman. Oh, you have big face, broad and big face like運動場なんていうかな playground. Your face is as big as playground. But your heart is so big too. Sometimes he said, do you write a novel? No. If you did that, you could have become excellent novelist. Oh, you missed a chance, sorry. Sometimes he came to one lady of 50s, in her 50s, and said, is your husband still alive? No, he's dead. Yeah. How about your sons? Do you have your sons? Yeah, I had 2. Both alive? No, one is dead. Yeah, that makes sense. Around you, man cannot survive. Scary woman. But the father sees at one glance. But some interesting story, After the women, 15,000 men were called, divided into 3 times. 5,000, 5,000, 5,000. In one session, of course, it's jam-packed in the big auditorium. Father was walking, all of a sudden called, hey, that man. Oh, you. No, that one. Oh, stand up. Hey, you. You like women, don't you? Tell me honestly, before joining a church, how many women did you have a relationship? With how many women did you have a relationship? Then he said, Father, I did about 20. 20 of them. Okay, you are honest. That's why I'll forgive you. That's why out of 5,000 people, he could pick up 女たらしなんというかね。Woman? Riser? How to spell? Womanizer. Father has such a capability. Father has such a capability. Just unusual. And sometimes he asks the people to sing the song, but sometimes the singing is not so good. But quality of the voice is very excellent. Just that person, no practice. Didn't have any practice. The quality of the voice is very good. Likewise, Father can see the character all at once. That's why he can see the present. That he says always, this is a reason I can match the thousands of people even in one day. He says, I'm confident, he says. I have no mistake. Then also, at the time of 777 matching, he has to stand up, couple by couple, newly matched, couple by couple, and checked. Are they okay? Okay, 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 this way. Then he said, from your descendant, maybe your next generation or grandchildren, Prime Minister of Japan may come. Yeah. From your lineage, excellent musician may come. And so look at someone and said, you may have a difficult time. But if you can overcome that difficulty, your next generation will be blessed a lot. Father can see not only the past, the present, but also future. Father is seeing with God's eye. Therefore, question comes, can you trust Father's choice? Between your choice and the Father's choice, which do you think is more reliable? Theoretically, no problem. But when reality comes, sometimes says no. In your case, okay. Okay. Therefore, this is how Father decide. God's eye and God's point of view sometimes different from man's point of view, for man's point of view. That's creating some trouble occasionally. But you may think, but in that case, actually, because Father looked face to face everyone, that's why must have been good. But in our case, it's a picture matching. Then actually, when I sent a picture, because I was fundraising, and just came back from fundraising, all of a sudden we are asked to send a picture, but I have no preparation. That's why we did some so quick picture. That's why it wasn't so good. That's the reason my husband is not ideal so much. Because of that picture. If picture was good, then maybe some different husband might have come. Someone might think that way, but don't worry. Because Father is not just looking into the picture itself. Doesn't matter what kind of picture, actually. Through that picture, Father is seeing your ancestral background. and also your own character, and also your own future descendants. Picture is just condition. Of course, better picture may be better, you know. That's might be true, but you don't have to think father made a mistake because of picture, you know. Because the father is expert of picture matching. He started the picture matching from age 8. Do you know the story? Yes? No? Do you know? Father started the picture matching from 8 years old age. Actually, and the little boy is playing somewhere. Then some kind of engaged young men and women coming together, working together. Then this little boy says to them, "Doesn't work. You're not good." Then they get so angry with this little boy. But without thinking of anything, they get married. Then soon the husband died. Or some trouble began to happen. Then it continued many times like that. Then people began to realize that young boy, whatever he says, it comes true. Wow, that's better to ask him. Then some people began to come to ask, it's okay or not? If it's okay, father says okay. Little boy says okay. It's not okay, then no. Doesn't go. Undead. If they take that little boy's opinion, it was good. If they didn't take, tragedy came. Then that rumor went around. Then some other people began to, from far away, began to send a picture. With the man and woman together. Then the father sees. And this is good. If it is good, then the little boy put on the desk. And it's not good. Little boy threw away. This is how father started the picture matching at the age of 8. That's why father is an expert of the picture matching. There's 70 years almost. That's why don't worry. This is how the father decided. Another past and present and future. Therefore, faith in father, father's choice is the most basic. Then, nevertheless, sometimes there is some gap between father's choice and your own choice. Why this kind of difference comes, and how to overcome that difference could be the next content, next topic. And how to become successful in your blessed life. Okay, then break. 30 minutes. Okay, thank you.
Tea is prepared in dining room, not here. So 30 minutes break. We should come here 5 o'clock.